in the world of toys. Hey, if you love Minimates in the world of toys, if you love Minimates, Marvel Select, this is the best episode for you. With myself and my guest, Zach Hawk of Vinyl Selectors. Welcome to the show, Zach. There is some delay, I believe. Maybe you need to, if you watch also, now works the audio. Check, sound check. I think works now. Because during the music introduction, I listen like a delay of my voice, but now it's okay. It's okay. You hear me? You see me?
I can hear you, but there's also a delay. I'm not sure why.
Because
I put on headphones just in case.
Now the delay. Before I heard the delay too, but now it's okay. It's okay now also for you because to me everything is good. To you? How many Alan do you listen right now?
I think I'm hearing one. Nope, the second Alan just kicked in. I got two Allens.
Oh, wow, I don't know why, because
I thought it was my headphones, but I put on a new pair of headphones just in case that was what it was, but I'm getting two.
Because maybe it was the headphone in the beginning, because right now I listen everything okay, your voice is okay. My voice still with the delay, I don't know why. The only solution is if I can find headphones too. So I put, we can do like that. I put this on the screen and be back with the headphone to understand if it's better the audio. Because in general, I don't use headphone during my show. It's the first time that happened this delay, audio delay, but I find headphones, so maybe will be better. We can try now. Is the typical of we do live, guys? Live show, sometimes audio problem. So now I have the headphone. Let me know if it's better. It's better like that. Or still the delay?
I'm still hearing two. I could do my best to answer, but it might be a little bit of a delay on my end.
I don't know why, because I put now the headphone, but it's still the same. Maybe it's not my problem, because if I put the headphone or without, you listen. Maybe I try to mute the mic.
Maybe if I switch cameras. Hold on 1 second.
I play some music, guys. Meanwhile, don't go away, because Zach will return in a few seconds. It's just an audio problem, guys. But don't go away. So there we go. Zach is back. How is the audio now? How many, Alan? 1, 2, or 3?
I think I'm still getting two.
I don't know why, because the only we can try. I try to reset, but I don't know if my problem or you. So we can try that. This is a part of the show, guys. So maybe I remove you from the show and then you rejoin to understand if it's your problem
Sure.
or not. There we go. Now, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You came back again.
So I try to do another, to reset another way the show, because they listen from you my voice. Reset another way the show, because they listen too many Alice in the shot. Maybe you need to mute the.
Is everyone here in double, or is it just me?
I hear this. I try to reset in another way the show, so I try to do that. I hear this. I try to reset in another way the show, so I try to do that. I hear this. I try to reset in another way the show, so I try to do that. Oh, continue to hear my voice. I don't know what. Because I don't think it's for by myself, because if no change with because I have a monitor with the audio of my voice, and everything is closed on my monitor with the audio of my voice, and everything is closed because maybe there is the I don't remember the name of the you need to mute probably the not the phone, but the phone inside the computer. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But the phone inside the computer. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But the phone inside the computer. I try to find in English what is the name. The speakers. You need to mute the speakers of your PC. Now let me know, because you put the phones, I don't hear the feedback of the audio, because you have the phone. I don't know what happened in your phone. This is the problem.
I still hear two Allens, but as long as we pause between each question, I should be able to answer, I think.
Okay, I try to speak very slow, like you are like me, that I'm not very good with English. So like you are not English. So the first question is with these images that I ready for you. So this is it. Tell me something about Diamond Select Toys Radicals Club membership.
This is a new club that we are launching. We used to have the Radicals a long time ago. It was a club we had, but now it's back, and we have a $50 membership for the year, and it's primarily for U.S. customers. But if you pay the $50 for the year, then you get free shipping for the entire year on all in-stock products, and you get first chance to order web exclusives, which we're going to be doing more of those going forward. And you get sneak peeks at everything that we solicit. So you get a first look at everything. I think that's pretty much it. You also get a couple of discount coupons, to 20% off coupons to use on in-stock items. I think that's everything about it. It's meant to sort of emulate our Gentle Giant Club, the Premier Guild, and we also have a special select shipping service for the Gentle Giant site, so you can pay a flat fee and get free shipping for the year. So we're doing that for DST now. We're trying to build up the Diamond Select Toy site. The Gentle Giant site has been around for a long time and has a lot of dedicated customers. DST, we're still building it back up after overhauling it a year or two ago, and it's coming along good. But cool. We're hoping to build a dedicated fan base that would use the site on a regular basis.
Cool. And now the second question is about something new, but something that I very interested, because as a YouTuber, I have another channel, a big channel of over 50,000 subscribers, over almost 20 million of views, a channel of wrestling. And I discover in the news that there is something about AEW for Diamond Select. Tell me something about.
Yes, the AEW license we just announced, and that is a license for a variety of products. You can see here the Minimates, which are 4-inch vinyl figures. We're going to be launching that line with a 2-pack at San Diego Comic-Con. That's CM Punk on the left and Sting on the right, wearing their mutually tribute makeup from the Holiday Bash 2021. We're also going to be doing Minimates, our 2-inch posable figures. We're going to be doing gallery dioramas, which are our $60 PVC sculptures. And I believe we're also going to do some higher end statues as well. But we're going to start with the Minimates and the gallery dioramas and the Minimates set. The Minimates will be more for events. I'm not sure how regular those releases will be, but the Minimates, the 2-inch Minimates will be sold in box sets. And we're going to kick off Series 1 right around San Diego. I think we're going to debut it at San Diego, and pre-orders are going to open that weekend.
So cool. Also because I think that everything about wrestling, the collecting community of wrestling is really strong and is a big deal in my opinion. So there is other cool stuff to talk about. Tell me something about it. About these Power Rangers, Red Rangers.
Yeah, this just hit stores this week. This is our first Legends in 3D bust for Power Rangers. We do have another one in the works. I think the next one is the Green Ranger, but this is the first one. They're about 10 inches tall. They're about half scale. Yeah, I think it came out really great. All of our Legends in 3D busts are designed by Joe Allard. And this one, I believe, was sculpted by, I'm not sure. I want to say it was Jorge Santos Souza, but I'm not 100% sure about that one. It came out really great. I can't wait to see the next one. We also shipped some Minimates this week. I don't know if you're going to talk about those.
What is how much time need the production of an item like this one that is not just a toy, but is a real piece of art?
From the design stage through development, you've probably got once we have a design down, it's another month probably for the sculpt, and then another few weeks for the paint, assuming the sculpt's approved right away, and assuming the design was approved, without multiple drafts of the design. And then you've got we solicit it to the retailers, and then from then it's about at least 6 months before we ship it to stores. It's been a lot more time lately. I think we solicited that one in, I want to say, September of 2021. So it's been almost 10 months, I think. So it's been a while since we solicited this one, but that's primarily due to, well, there were some factory slowdowns with COVID closings for a little while. And then there's been a lot of shipping delays because of the increase in the demand for consumer goods. There's been a backup at the ports in Los Angeles. So that means that things are a lot slower to get off the boats. For a while, there's a backup of, 100 boats off the coast of California. And also there were some transportation issues with trucking for a little while. So now we're starting to see things are starting to get a little bit back to normal, but for a while there they were very slow indeed.
Okay, and let's talk about the Minimates, these Power Rangers character Minimates.
Yes, these are our 2-inch figures, fully posable. Each one has about 16 points of articulation, 14 to 16. And this is the first set. We've shown pictures of the second set, but the second set is going to complete the team. First set, obviously blue, pink, green, and I'm forgetting his name, the name of their robot companion. But the second series will have red, black, yellow, and white Rangers. So that will be coming up. I think we're going to solicit that pretty soon, and then that will come out probably early 2023.
Super cool. Also, because Minimates is like something really related with Diamond Select, something that's a part of your identity as a company, and really popular too. I believe if we can count, maybe we are thousand of Minimates today released so far.
I think that is probably pretty close. I want to say we've probably done over 1,000. I know that for Marvel, probably even a couple thousand if you count all the different licenses. I think for Marvel, we've probably done several hundred and probably a few hundred different characters. The Marvel line is continuing. We're going to show off another box set, I think, on the 15th. That we're doing, inspired by one of the Disney Plus series. And we're going to have Series 82 is starting to ship to stores right now, which is all about the Fantastic Four. And Series 83, we're hoping to show off pretty soon. It won't be at San Diego, but shortly after that, we should be able to show off Series 83, which is another themed 6-pack of characters. And we've been doing a lot of figures for our Hasbro license, which is G.I. Joe, Transformers, Power Rangers, obviously. We've got a box set coming up of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But yeah, Minimates are a big part of what we do. We've been making them for 20 years, since 2002. When they first came out, they were bigger. They were about 3 inches tall, but since then they've gotten smaller. That's primarily due to us getting the Marvel license in 2003. Yeah, they're a big part of what we do, and we're always looking for ways to keep them active and renewed. The AEW license, I think, is going to be big for Minimates. I think it's going to bring a lot of eyes to the product line, and I'm hoping it'll be a new life for a line that has a ton of hardcore fans, but is not generally known to the mass public. We're not the Funko Pop line. We're not even the Marvel Legends line. We're kind of niche, but I'd like us to be more mainstream with the Minimates.
In the chat, I saw some comments, enthusiastic comments about Gandalf from Diamond Select Toys. Super cool figure, by the way. What is next for Lord of the Rings in the future?
Lord of the Rings, we have Series 5 almost done. We're going to be showing that off, I want to say, in August. I don't think it'll be ready for San Diego, but in August, I believe we're going to be soliciting it. And I can't tell you who's in it, but it's another member of the Fellowship, and it's another bad guy, another villain.
Cool.
A specific villain, not a generic villain. We have 4 more series planned after that. We had to take a little break for a little while, but we've got Series 6 through 10, actually 5 more series planned out and in the works, in the development, in the design stage. So hopefully they'll come a little bit more frequently going forward. We won't have that big gap that we had between Series 4 and Series 5. I know that people are anxious to do more. We aren't going to be doing any more Build-A-Figures. We're going to just focus on the characters and accessories. And we've looked at some larger scale figures, how we could offer those outside of the Build-A-Figure format, but we'll have to see how that goes.
Cool. Also because they are really cool, these figures, this line, and really popular too. Like Minimates, another type of target, but really popular. So, super cool figure. But now we talks about another masterpiece. And tell me something about this one.
This is Bishop. He's a Premier Collection statue, which means he's about 1/7 scale. A little smaller than the 1/6 scale statues, a little bigger than our gallery dioramas, which are about 1/8 scale. But it came out really great. It's a really beautiful piece. I'm hoping that everybody who didn't pre-order it will jump on it once they see it because it looks really fantastic. I believe the picture you're looking at is a production sample, but I could be wrong about that. It's a really, really gorgeous piece. He's standing on top of a sentinel hand, and he's got the glowing energy in one hand and the gun in the other hand. It's definitely a 90s styled piece. And we've got Colossus is coming out next. It might even be coming out next week.
Super cool. It's a really piece of art, this one. No questions about it. Tell me something about this other piece of art.
This is our San Diego Comic Con exclusive gallery diorama of Phoenix. This is a repaint of our Dark Phoenix piece. I think it came out really great. I love the Dark Phoenix piece, so I was happy that we were doing another version of it. And we're hoping it will make it to the San Diego show. Again, there have been a lot of delays with transportation, not only coming off the boats, but also just getting onto boats to come across the ocean. So she may not make it to the show, but she's up for pre-order now on diamondselecttoys.com. So if you want to get one and you're not going to be at the show, or if you are going to be at the show, you can definitely pre-order it from the website now. Yeah, it's about 1/8 scale. I want to say it's about 10 inches tall.
Cool. Before to say other cool stuff, I have only a message with the fan in the chat. In the last 10 minutes, I will put your question to Zach. But now I have a general question about San Diego Comic Con. Tell me something about behind the scene. What is the schedule? How many days you will be there before the beginning of the show? Something about that.
For San Diego?
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to be flying in on Monday, the 18th, and we're going to see if the shipments, the skids have arrived, the pallets that have all of our product and all of our prototypes on them. We have a company that sets up the booth for us at every show, so they'll bring all the parts and they'll put it all together for us based on a blueprint that we've agreed on with them. And then once everything's put together, then we can start putting up the product on the shelves and all the exclusives that we have. And I'm usually on prototype duty, which means I'm packing up all the unpacking all the prototypes, arranging them on the shelves, in some sort of pattern that makes sense to the viewer. And then we get some dinner. Every night we end up having to go. We have to go out somewhere. So the nighttime is when we really have a chance to blow off steam and unwind from the day. Once the show starts on Wednesday evening or afternoon, it's just constant busyness from open to close. We expect to be pretty busy at the beginning of each day on Wednesday through at least Saturday in terms of selling exclusives. We'll usually have a line that we have to deal with in terms of keeping up with all the bagging and change and entering the credit cards and that sort of thing. But usually by the afternoon and by Sunday, there's time to go out and walk around the floor, which, is kind of a luxury. But most of us have kids and most of us want to pick up something for the kids. So, yeah, it's overall it's a fun time, but it's a lot of hard work.
Yes, I can wonder that. I never was on San Diego Comic Con so far. Maybe never say never. Maybe in the future, because my only problem that I'm afraid to fly. I don't like fly. Go to the plane. Not because I'm afraid that the airplane can go down and is the end. No, it's because I don't like stay without the land under my feet. Okay.
Do you
Because
have
of that,
smaller conventions near you that you can go to?
in Italy, yes, but there is a Lucca Comics is the bigger one, but It's not so much about figures, but more about comics or video games. And I'm not a video games player. I'm a collector of figures. No, so in in the some years ago was a convention in the city near my little town, but was ended few years ago. But
Do
I
you
hope in the future,
I
if
know
I
you're a
may
fan of
gain.
wrestling. Do you have wrestling shows nearby?
Sometimes the WWE comes to Italy, and I did some report, live report, interviews with some wrestler also too. I did interviews in the other channel with Baron Corbin, Santino Marella, Carlito, and also with the WWF legend Barry Horowitz. And some highlights of my interview with Barry Horowitz are also in this channel. Because in this channel, I create a series of WWF Hasbro custom figures too, stop motion series. So I create a federation with the old school character like Big John Studd, Under the Giants, Roddy Piper. And I write the storyline, and every week there is a new episode of this stop motion series in this channel because I collect. I love the old Hasbro figures, and I create with my friends a custom figure with some character that never had a Hasbro figure before. So, like Dino Bravo, like um, King Kong Bundy, many others. is one of my passion. But now back on track with the beautiful Eaten by Diamond Select, and let's talk about John Wick figures.
Yeah, this John Wick figure is one of our San Diego exclusives. It's in a VHS case, even though John Wick was never released on VHS that I know of. But this one is a special edition in a VHS case that we designed ourselves, and it comes with a room key for the Hotel Continental. And he also comes with a pistol, which is in his hand, and one or two machine guns, I believe. And a display base. So it's a great figure. This is just another chance to pick it up in a really cool package. We're doing 4 different VHS figures for San Diego: John Wick, Bruce Lee, and then 2 for Cobra Kai, Johnny and Daniel. And
I
the
think that I
cases
have
all
the
look
pictures
fantastic.
also for the maybe Cobra Kai I have right now, I believe. It's this
That
one,
may
no?
be one of our retro style figures. We did we're doing a 2-pack that we're going to offer through our 40th for the 40th anniversary of Diamond Comics. We were originally going to have it for San Diego, but now the 2-pack is going to be, I believe, for the 40th anniversary. So you've got Daniel in his original outfit from the original match that he had against Johnny, and then Johnny will be in his original Cobra Kai outfit with the yellow trim. It's going to be a really great 2-pack with really great packaging, but unfortunately that one we weren't able to get done in time for the show. There's the VHS version. That one is based on Cobra Kai specifically. So that one is the Cobra. It's the Cobra Kai. I think it'll have the correct logo on the back, and yeah. So that's based on Cobra Kai specifically.
What is your favorite license of Diamond Select?
I wish I could. I was going to say AEW, but it seems like that's not fair. Every the newest license we have is usually my favorite. AEW is right up there. I've been getting back into wrestling recently, and AEW is really fantastic. I love it.
I'm really
But
excited about. So
Transformers
you
is
are
a
like,
license that I like.
yes, Transformers. I have pictures also. Uh, pictures of this for Minimates.
Yes, this is another San Diego 4-pack that we're doing. We've previously released these characters in metallic coloration, but these are going to be in cartoon colors. And so it's going to be a 4-pack. It's going to be in a VHS case, but not a clamshell VHS case like the action figures. It's going to be in a cardboard VHS sleeve, and you'll slide out the videotape from inside, and it's a videotape on one side, and on the other side, it's the 4 Minimates. And we redid the artwork on the front of the VHS cassette to be Minimates versions of the characters that were on the videotape. It's a really cool design. I'm hoping we get to share it pretty soon, as well as pictures of the actual product. But we did that also for a G.I. Joe 4-pack that we're going to be doing for New York, I believe, and the Ninja Turtle 4-pack that I mentioned earlier. We're going to be doing that for the 40th anniversary. I believe the Ninja Turtles will be offered on July 29th. July 29th, we're going to offer the Ninja Turtle 4-pack.
I like this idea of the cartoon style for the Transformers. So I hope there will be more about this style for the cartoon styles, because I think that today we have many different versions of Transformers, but in the heart of every Transformer one of Transformers fans, still the cartoon, the old one. So it's a cool idea, in my opinion, this one. So tell me
Yeah,
something.
it's still definitely the one that everybody remembers the best. I mean, you can see that even with the newer toys, they're making them look as much like those classic characters as possible. It's they moved it very far away with Beast Wars and Beast Machines, and then they came back a little bit with the animated styles. But now Earthrise and those other series, they look almost exactly like the toys I had as a kid, but they're more posable, and the robot modes look a lot better. And I think it's a testament to how great those designs were back in the day, at least the cartoon designs, which were based on the toys that came out of Japan, but they definitely improved them in terms of what they look like for the cartoon. I'm a big G1 1980s Transformers fan, so I'm happy about the Minimates we're doing, and I'm excited about the statues we're going to do too. We're doing statues, like high-end statues based on Beast Wars, but we're going to do gallery dioramas based on the G1 looks. So I'm excited to see those in person and get a chance to take pictures of some of them.
Awesome. And speaking of another famous line of Diamond Select, the Marvel Select, what is next for this line?
The next thing we're going to offer for Marvel Select is Apocalypse. He will go up for pre-order, I believe, on July 22nd, right in the middle of San Diego. I think we're going to try to have it on display at San Diego. That was the original idea. And then after that, we've got a comic book character who's a tie-in to the Thor movie. He's a Thor character, but it's comic based. And then we have an X-Man that we're going to be doing after that. And then another member of the Fantastic Four. So we've got a lot of characters in the lineup. The work continues. Every month we're this close to getting a new select in, and then it usually has to get pushed back. But we're finally offering Apocalypse after a long period of waiting for the right time to offer him, and he'll be up for pre-order very soon.
So, guys, if you rise right now, we have two big news. One is there will be many new waves about Lord of the Rings, but also many new figures about Marvel Select, two of the most popular line of Diamond Select, because I saw some comments the people are raising right now. But now I have another images to show to talk with you. And also the pictures help us because the delay audio, so it's a good way to continue the show. Tell me something about Bruce Lee figure.
This is the VHS version of Bruce Lee. This is the shirtless version, and he's going to come with a couple of nunchucks and a bunch of interchangeable hands and a display base. Another example of a great VHS case design. The case came out really great. This will be available at San Diego as well.
Awesome.
And if you aren't going to be at San Diego, you can pre-order it on the website along with the John Wick and the two Cobra Kai VHSs. So those are up there right now for pre-order.
And now another cool item is this one, Venom.
Yes, this is our first DiamondSelectToys.com web exclusive. It's another version of the Venom minibus. This is a 1/6 scale Venom. It's about 6-7 inches tall. This one has blue highlights to imitate his comic look. And this one is only available on diamondselecttoys.com and is pretty limited. I think we only made about 500 of this one. So if you go to the website, you can order this now. It's in stock, so it'll ship right away. And it came out really great. I think the slime on his tongue is a little different color too. I want to say the rocks underneath him are a different color, but it's primarily the blue highlights that differentiate it. And it came out really great. I'm a big fan of the original piece, and this new piece is the blue really adds a pop to it that I think is really cool.
Yes.
So this one is available now with diamondselecttoys.com.
And the next one is this one.
Yes, this is the Spider Sense Spider-Man based on the 90s cartoon. This is another San Diego exclusive. It's definitely going to be there at the show. We shipped them out this week. It's limited to, I want to say, I'm not sure the limited edition on this one. This is also available through other retailers. We're going to be sharing it with Diamond Comic Distributors, and they're going to sell to other retailers as well. But on the show floor, we'll be the only ones who have it at San Diego Comic-Con.
There is a general question now. How many San Diego Comic-Con did you join in your career?
Oh gosh. They gave me a pin that said, "Hey, I've been to this many Comic-Cons." Let's see. That was my New York Comic-Con pin. That was 11. I've probably been to 15 San Diego Comic-Cons because I've been with Diamond Select Toys for 11 years. And then before that, I was with Toy Fair magazine, and they didn't send me to every show, but I was there for about 8 or 9 years, and I went to a bunch of them. We would set up the booth for Wizard magazine and Toy Fair magazine, and we would have a wheel where we'd spin it, and we'd have to ask a trivia question, and they'd have to answer, and they could win a prize, and it was a lot of fun. But I went to a bunch of those, so it's probably been about 15 or 16 different San Diego Comic-Cons,
Wow.
which is I've never really thought about it before, but it's a lot.
It's a lot. And I like back on the previous photos. I like the idea to put in the VHS style different line. Also, you have another example right now. How comes out this idea to the VHS box for the figures?
I'm not sure who came up with the idea the first time. We did one for Tron that was inspired by the way Tron was depicted on the VHS package. So we wanted to do a variant of the figure, Tron, that was done in black with blue and red paint applications. And it was based on that specific VHS tape. So it made sense to do it as a VHS tape. And that figure was very popular. So we said to Walmart, hey, would you like to do some exclusives like that? So we did Rocketeer, and I want to say we did the Crow. And I think there was one more that I'm forgetting about, Rocketeer, Crow, and somebody else. And those did really well as well. So you might still be able to get the Crow on Walmart.com. I'm not 100% sure about that. And those did great. So we were going to do some Muppet ones at one point. I don't think they ended up happening, but maybe in the future. And then we decided to do these 4 for them. And, the funny thing is, I think they moved on. They weren't really interested in carrying them anymore for some reason. So we said, all right, we're going to offer them to fans at San Diego because they're really cool. And we did our designer did a great job on the packaging. And hopefully people dig them. I think they're really great, and they're a great price point too. They're only $25, which is, about average for an action figure nowadays. But it comes in a really cool package that's really cool to display, and you can open it up and close it again, and it's a lot of fun.
And speaking of another, my favorite line by Diamond Select, what is next for the Muppets?
The Muppets. We just released, I think last week, Sam the Eagle and Rizzo the Rat. And we'll see how well those sell through in terms of, overall sales. And then we might go into development on new characters. We've always wanted to do more. It's just a question of how well things sell. We tried to offer a series 5, I want to say, and the orders weren't really there, so we had to go back and do Swedish Chef, and we had to go back and do who was the second one? So I think Sam the Eagle was the second one, and then there was a third character that we haven't done yet, but we'll hopefully work through those and then develop some new characters. I don't know for sure what our timeline is on the license, whether we still have a lot of time left on it, but we work with Disney pretty regularly, so if we wanted to renew and make some more characters, I don't think it would be a problem.
Okay. Another generic question: how difficult is, because in Diamond Select you have many different type of license items and collectibles. How difficult is schedule everything and stay on track for every different line and the different type of figures or statue?
We have a big list. We call it the previews roll, and it breaks down what we offer by each previews issue. Previews is the catalog put out by Diamond Comics. It's an inch thick, and it comes out every month. So the president does pretty much all the line planning. When it comes to character selection, sometimes he'll leave that to the individual product managers. But overall, he sets the product line, and so he'll break down by each month, what new Marvel Select are we going to offer? What new animated style bust are we going to offer? What new Marvel Gallery are we going to offer? What 3 new Star Wars items are we going to offer? And then he's, bases it on how far along things are going. We have, he's got another line plan just for Star Wars that says, let's do these characters all through the next year, and we'll break it down like that. But things happen. One piece may not be approved right away. One piece may need to go back for several rounds of changes. Something may happen with tooling, like we are working on Invader Zim action figures. And it turns out that when we got to the tooling stage, the limbs were too thin to tool properly. So we had to go back into the figures and adjust them. And we still need to make sure that they are doing justice to the designs. But we have to make them thicker so they can be producible. So those have been on pre-order for over a year. Those are way behind, but that's just something that we have to work on. So if we're going to do a second series, that's obviously been pushed way back. It's really, we slide stuff around as it comes in or doesn't come in. If the one piece ends up getting done faster than the one before it, then maybe we'll just switch it. We'll do, for instance, we just offered Kraven the Hunter, and I think Kraven the Hunter was not done the month before, so we took Vulture and we moved him up, and then we moved Kraven the Hunter back. So there's a lot of just on the fly shifting stuff around. When I first came on board, there was a lot of there were attempts to put together a overall marketing plan for everything over the course of the year, but things change so frequently and rapidly that I found it to be very difficult. So we do a lot of marketing on the fly, and we generally work about a month to 2 months out in terms of planning out what we're gonna publicize, because things do change so quickly.
How much passion people like you need to do this job, because it's something that is really is a big schedule, and also need a big effort, like be an artist every day, or a YouTuber, because every day, only if you love so much this job, you can do this effort, in my opinion.
I definitely love my job. Sorry, I was waiting for your voice to catch up with me. I've been into toys. Obviously I loved all these properties as a kid, but I've been getting back into toys and around college age. I worked at a toy magazine for several years, and I got out of it a couple of years, but I missed it so much I came back, and they were lucky to give me a chance. They were kind enough to give me a chance. I was lucky enough. And Yeah, we have but I'm not the only person who does this stuff. We have two other people who run our social media and our web advertising, and we have someone else who runs the web store, and we have someone else who does customer service, and then we have the whole product development. We have someone else who handles conventions and working with our sales team, and then we have the whole product development team, and it's really a big shared effort, and I'm just one cog in a big machine. But everybody at the company loves what they do, I think.
Cool. Now I won't do that for the show. I show you other pictures or other item, and you talk about something about that. And the last minutes, the comments and question by the fan. Okay,
Sure, that's fine. Thank you.
perfect. So we start with this one.
This is another San Diego Comic Con exclusive. This is the First Order Trooper Officer, and it's a Legends in Three Dimensions bust, like we showed before with the Red Ranger. And this is about 10 inches tall. He's got the exclusive pauldron. We did a basic version without the pauldron on the shoulder. And this one is, I think, limited to 1,000 pieces, and it's being offered to other retailers as well as being sold through our website, generalgiantlimited.com, the Star Wars version of our site. And we're also going to have it at the booth. I think we'll be the only ones with it on the show floor.
Cool.
There's that Spider-Man we saw earlier. That's the Spider Sense Spider-Man. That's another San Diego exclusive, another shared San Diego exclusive. So Diamond will share with other retailers.
This one we saw.
That is the retro style Johnny Lawrence. You can see he's wearing his old school Cobra Kai outfit. And that one is going to be an exclusive for the 40th anniversary of Diamond Comics. So I expect that to be offered probably sometime in August. But that one will be able to pre-order on our website on diamondselecttoys.com.
Okay, I have also this one was announced maybe some months ago, but I put in the show because it's really cool. This Snake
Right.
Eyes diorama.
Yeah, this is another repaint of our Snake Eyes gallery diorama. The original one was black outfit with some silver highlights, silver details, and it was on a snowy base with Timber leaping beside him. But this is a repaint where we're doing it in the cartoon colors, where it's kind of a blue-gray outfit with some gray trim, and we changed it from a snowy base to like a mossy base. I think it was really ingenious how they changed the base from snow to grass. It looks like it was designed that way. But the cartoon color, I have a lot of fondness for the cartoon colors because I grew up watching that show.
Me too. I like that show. This one.
This is our bronze version of Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's not real bronze; it's a PVC diorama, but it is painted to look like bronze, and I think they did a really great job with it. And the air swirling around him looks like stone. It was originally translucent, but they made it look like stone here, and I think it looks like a fine art statue. It looks like something you'd see in a museum, and I think that's really great. We're calling it Antique Aang. But it's another piece that was going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if it's going to make it in time, unfortunately, but you can still pre-order it on the website on diamondselecttoys.com.
Cool, another piece of art, in my opinion.
This is our white costume Doctor Doom. This is another Diamond Comics 40th anniversary piece. I believe this one is up on diamondselecttoys.com as well, but it'll be like the other 40th anniversary pieces. It'll be available at your local comic shop. So I believe it is available internationally as well. So hopefully it will be available at your comic shop no matter what country you live in. Check with your retailer if they haven't and see if they've ordered it so you can reserve one.
Cool. I think we covered almost everything. Yes. So we can go to the question by the fan. And will be a little bit easy because I put the question on the screen, and you can read the question without my double voice. Okay. Okay. We start with this one.
Game of Thrones. That would be really, really cool. And it's something that we've talked about. So we'll have to see. We're all excited about the new show. We're also excited about the new Lord of the Rings show. But Game of Thrones should be very cool. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's definitely something we've talked about. Mysterio for Marvel Select. I think that would be great. I think that one actually ranked pretty high on a poll that they did on the Facebook Marvel Select collector community. So I think we've suggested it and we've put it on a list of ones that we'd like to do at some point. I don't know if it's going to be sooner rather than later because we've planned out the next couple years worth of stuff. So unless something drops out due to not being able to make a certain character, which that does happen, I think you might not see it right away. But it's definitely one that we have on our to-do list. Wrecking Crew for Marvel Select. I think I would love to do a Wrecker for Marvel Select, and I think he's cool enough that he stands alone since he operated on his own for a while. But to do all 4 Wrecking Crew members might be a little ambitious. We don't do we don't consider it a team building line just because it takes so long to build a team, and I think we'd be worried about sell through on some of those characters. Pile Driver, Bulldozer, and Thunderball, right? But it's a great team and they're great character designs, and it would be really cool to do. But I think we'd have to start with Wrecker and see how it went. You got me thinking about Wrecker now, so I'm gonna vote for Wrecker next time we're looking for characters. Treebeard or a Balrog Lord of the Rings would be huge. And does the license cover The Hobbit? We have talked about larger scale characters, doing them as either a gallery diorama or a statue, but they'd have to be very large, and that would make them very expensive. So we are still looking at it. We haven't decided fully, how we're going to go about it. But I don't want to lie. We have done some design and some sculpting, and we're trying to figure out if they are manufacturable or sellable at the price that they would have to sell at. So even a gallery diorama, a PVC piece would need to be incredibly expensive because those are, you have to cut steel molds, and it would be pretty big. But The Hobbit, I believe we do have some Hobbit rights, and we have talked about having a couple of Hobbit characters at least in the line later on in the line. Like I said earlier, we planned out about 10 series of Lord of the Rings figures. So maybe you'll see some Hobbit figures later on. I can't guarantee you'll see all 14, I think, dwarves, but if the line does well, then fingers crossed we can keep going with it. Although I think that might
be really cool.
difficult.
Have all 14 dwarves.
Last Airbender. We have the gallery diorama coming out for San Diego, or around San Diego anyway. The action figure line, we are still continuing, I believe. We're looking to see what we can do next with Nickelodeon. So I'll have to keep you posted about that, or you can keep checking Ask DST, which is our column on the blog where the president answers questions. He knows a little bit more about the status than I do, but we want to make more. It's just seeing if that makes sense. There's a lot of other people doing Avatar stuff, and we don't want to, it's difficult to compete in such a crowded market. So we'll see how Series 5 does. And if Series 5 does well, then I don't see why we wouldn't look into doing a Series 6. But Series 5 is the Blue Spirit Zuko and Uncle Iroh. So those two will be coming out, I believe, this summer or fall.
There is another question related with the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, crowdfunding is something we've also discussed. So we'd have to see uh, what um, what would make sense in that arena. We have the website, so we could possibly do something through that. I doubt we'd go through another site like Kickstarter, but it's something that we are looking into and would possibly consider. Especially for something big like Lord of the Rings. Minimates with other promotions. I don't know if you mean wrestling promotions. I'm assuming you mean other wrestling promotions, but I think at this time we're not going after other promotions. We're pretty happy to have AEW. They're a great company, and they're not even up and coming anymore. They're here, and they're as I enjoy them more than WWE. I don't really watch much WWE, and I think if this does well, it's certainly something we could revisit in the future. But I don't think that we're gonna look to put too many eggs in that basket, if that makes sense.
Yes, I think. My opinion, my favorite wrestling is the WWF of the golden era of the 80s because I like, at that time, the wrestling was different, more character larger than life. Also, the jobber at that time were characters like Repo Man, Skinner, or Honky Tonk Man. So also the side character were a good character. Today, to me, is there are two problems in wrestling today. One is that the giants, the big guy, in the WWE, for example, are used like background, just a background. And a giant is a unique character, deserve to be in the main card, in the top of the card of the show. It deserve to be like invincible, like was Andre, for example. The second problem is that to me is we have too much cruiserweight, little guy, very good. Speaking of skill, ring skill ability, very fast. But they jump like a little butterfly from one side of the ring to the other. And personally, I don't care so much to see a normal guy, speaking of size, in the ring. I want to see something unique, a little bit freak, but different. It's the reason why I prefer the old days. And today, in my opinion, in both company, we have this problem that we haven't guys with the big charisma, larger than life like the old days. Is the reason why in both company we have old guys in the old. That's the legend is still on ringside or some stuff like that. And to me, is that. However, I follow both company with my other channel because I do live reaction stream for the show. So this is my opinion about wrestling. But now I have my last question. And the last question is like a philosophy question. The question that I did sometimes with my guest to put my guest a little bit in trouble. The question is, if you can pick only one word to describe your life, which word do you pick?
One word to describe my life.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Um, I don't. I don't know. To do that and not sound corny is tricky. But blessed. I've been very blessed to have a series of jobs that were very fun, fun jobs. Some of them were hard and involved a lot of late hours, but they've all been fun. And I have a family, and I have 3 kids and a beautiful wife, and I get to work from my home, so I get to come into my office full of toys and write about toys and play with toys and take pictures of toys, and it's fun. It's fun. I'm very lucky to have had the life that I had. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it keeps going as well as it's been going, and blessed or just lucky. You can just say lucky.
Awesome. And now I go to the piano for the final moments of the show. Welcome back, guys. This is the end, but I can say also welcome back. If you rise right now, you can rewind the show and watch the show with Zach. And don't forget to go to the Diamond Select Toys social media page and to understand the beautiful new items that comes out at the San Diego Comic Con exclusives. And thank you, Zach, to be in my show for the 4th time. So thank you, Zach, and thank you to all of you guys. See you soon on this channel for more toy news, interviews, stop motion review, and more. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you, Zach. So long, everybody.